Hi, everybody. Hello, hello. It's Sarah, March the 20th, 2022. Happy spring equinox. If you're in the Northern Hemisphere with me, autumn equinox in the Southern Hemisphere. And a little bit of a chat about magic, like I promised last week. Here we are. And what a magical day to be doing a quick talk about magic. The equinox, full of the joys of spring, changing of the seasons, nature. We can't get much more magical than that, can we? Again, I'm going to do my best to stick to 15 minutes so that I can post this up on Instagram. And sorry about the quality of the camera, folks. I will be getting a new phone soon, and then you'll get me in much better clarity, I hope. So, magic. I'm really excited to be talking about magic. I am doing my best to live my life increasingly magically. What a boring old dull scientific world we've been pushed into, haven't we? Life is so much more than we have been led to believe. There is so much more in our lives and in this universe than this 3D reality, which we've been told is the truth and the only truth. And unless it can be scientifically proven, then we're fools, or we've been led up the garden path, or it's not true, it's not real. Well, I think that's such a load of bollocks, and so much of the joy and the magic and the miraculousness of this universe and this world and this life has been denied us by those people who want to really keep us small, keep us within our own little teeny tiny bit of empowerment. But when we let magic into our lives, and when we notice the magic, and when we live by magic, my goodness, our lives truly expand and become amazing. So I'm very excited about magic, and I'm getting more and more relaxed into the energy of magic, which is wonderful on a huge, huge universal wide scale. So I guess maybe the easiest explanation of magic can be accessed scientifically through quantum physics. Now, I'm not a quantum physicist, don't pretend to understand it, but the little bit of understanding I have goes along the lines of everything is there in infinite possibility until something called the collapse of the wave function. So anything can happen, anything is happening. It's just only when we have enough focus or enough people decide that something is going to manifest into our 3D, very limited linear time space reality. All of these possibilities out in the quantum field collapse down into this, what we call, so it's called the collapse of the wave function, and that becomes accessed through our 5 senses, I guess, and we say it's real. And the most significant piece of information about this, the experiment, it must be 100 years ago now that this has been known about, was the wave particles. You know, if they're observed, they create a wave. If they're unobserved, oh God, what's it called? It's a wave or a particle. It's a wave or a particle. Anyway, I'm not going to redo this recording now. You know what I'm saying, folks. I'm telling you only the stuff that you already know. So to me, that's kind of the magic. That's where the magic is within the realms of science. Sorry about that. So, and the ancients have known this for millennia, and we can invoke the collapse of the wave function by praying, by visualizing, by asking deities to step in, by doing all kinds of things, by doing magic ceremonies and by belief. And I thoroughly get how powerful the power of prayer is, totally. So for me, I think it really, really works. What does it mean on a more of a day-to-day basis for us? If you're not really understanding what I'm saying by magic, or you go, it's a load of old rubbish, how's about this? We have some fairly common sayings, don't we? Such as, wow, it's a small world. What are the chances of that? That's 1 in a million. Those, my friends, are not things that are just happen by chance. It's not just luck. Well, there is no such thing as luck. It is all created. We manifest everything, don't we? When a synchronicity or a coincidence happens, this is our manifesting. This is the magic. This is the power of our subconscious bringing into this reality, meetings, situations, circumstances that we've actually co-created with whoever is coming into our world at that point to do that. Or, you know, those gut instincts or those intuitions. Oh, I knew that was going to happen. Well, to me, that's all part of what I like to call magic. It's a bit of a big umbrella term for me. I'm sure it's different for all of us. But, you know, these all hint at the underlying magnificence of our universe and this beautiful dance of life, which we create. And for me, the magic really hits the road when we become conscious of the fact that we're creating all the time. And when these wonderful situations happen, we've magicked it, we've created it, we've manifested it for ourselves into existence. And unfortunately, though, the flip side of the coin is we can manifest what we don't want just as easily as we can manifest what we do want, because it's all about the power of our focus that creates. It's what we think about, it's what we create. What we put out into the world comes back to us. Everything we see and experience is actually a reflection of us, and it's all about our interpretation. So are you awake to the magic in this world, or are you asleep to it? I really recommend that you awaken yourself to the beauty and the magic that is in us. It's us, it's around us all the time. We're not separate. We're not separate. We are part of the interconnected web of light. I believe that's another quantum physics term, whereby the scientists have an understanding that everything is interconnected. Doesn't matter when or where in the universe, we're all deeply connected, and it's the energy and the vibration which creates what we manifest and what turns up for us. So I just thought, well, you know, what does magic really mean to me? What does it mean to me? I'm sure it'll mean different things to everybody. And I just had a little think, and I wrote down, let me just read it out. It was only off the top of my head. For me, it's the opening up to, expanding into, the relaxing into the feeling of my place in the universe. Okay, our language really isn't up to the job of describing these inner journeys, is it? This magical existence that we have inside our heads, inside our consciousness. Okay, so for me, it's the real connection with the vibration of life, the light of all that is. Yeah, I think that's kind of how it is for me. But I'm really loving living more and more magically and noticing everything that is special. We can choose to walk around half asleep and half dead, or we can really choose to wake up our senses and our intuition and our thoughts and our focus and our feelings to all the beauty and the magnificence and the wonderfulness of this world. So I pulled a couple of cards, oracle cards. First one, I asked, it's this nice new deck that Maddie gave me and Jamie gave me for my birthday. So thank you guys. Called the Angel Tarot by Jane Wallace. And I just said, how can you explain magic? Explain magic to me. And the Ace of Cups came up with the keyword love. And I thought, how perfect. This is magic in action. Yeah, love, of course, love is the most amazing magic that we have in the world. The most powerful magic, it's everything. And then I asked also Metatron, the Archangel Metatron deck, and he gave me this card, which is passion. Okay, and love for life. Again, there's that word love, it's come up again. And it says, you are reminded to seek that which makes you truly happy. And it's so profound because when we do what we love, magic opens up, miracles happen, all kinds of beautiful, perfect synchronicities come into our lives. When we shut down that, when we do, oh, you know, I can't follow my dreams because life becomes dull, dreary, a heavy burden. I know it. I know, as those of you who know me, I've been struggling with this for an awfully long time. We close down to the magic and the joy. So, you know, live your passion, folks. Follow your dreams. Then the magic will flow. And the other one that he gave us was healing. Pause and receive. And that's absolutely magic. Energy healing. The energy that flows through us. And it's not controlled by us. We allow it to do its work, and it magically knows where in our bodies or where in our hearts, where in our psyches the healing is needed, and it flows. So that is also beautiful, beautiful magic. And I do want to do a couple of downloads, but I did promise to share with you my magical trips to Glastonbury. So the first one was up on the tour. I went with a friend, and the pictures we took are amazing. We've got this beautiful blue orb bouncing along the video, and that was on my camera, and he took some photos and the blue orb is buzzing around me. I'll post them for you later. Magic, absolute magic. And Glastonbury tour is right over the Earth's heart chakra point. So again, love is so important. And then I went back, I was called to go back to visit Glastonbury Abbey. And I was meditating, and Mary Magdalene came, and she opened my heart chakra really wide, and she showed me a white rose. And I was surprised because normally we associate her with red, the red rose. Anyway, she really said, go back. So I went back again, and I went into the Lady Chapel, and guess what was there on the altar in the Lady Chapel? Somebody had left a white rose. That's magic, folks. Made my day, as you can imagine. So completely living magically, following your intuition, following your heart, living joyfully, being open to all kinds of wonderful experiences, and the magic will just explode into our lives. So let's ask, I'm just checking the time. I do talk, don't I? I might have to do a second clip with some downloads. But anyway, I'll start and I'll see how I go. So would you like to know and understand how to, and how it feels to live magically? To really allow magic to expand in your life, to let it visit you in your dreams, in your daydreams, and in your waking hours. to be aware of the beautiful vibrations which are magic. To live with an open heart and with eyes open to seeing the magnificence, the miraculousness and the magic of the universe, of Mother Earth, of nature, of all things great and small. From the stars down to the tiny caterpillar, which magically becomes a beautiful butterfly. The answer to any of those is yes. Allow the magic to flow into you, into every cell of your body as you receive these transmissions, these downloads from Source. Feel the magic flowing through your heart, down your arms, through your fingertips, down to the tips of your toes, through your whole body, your whole system. Okay, my friends, thank you for sharing. With much love, and may you have a beautiful, magical week. See you next time.